I realized that from the beginning when I joined your life. When did you join my life? And you have that. I have what? Talent. Talent. Well, then I guess just continuing doing that will lead me to somewhere. That's it. There is nothing more to do about it. I don't have to do anything else. Just continue what you are doing right now. That's it. The nature outside your balcony door seems so pretty. I wish I would live in a house or a flat with the access to the patio, like the garden, right? We have that downstairs. Some people have their own garden surrounded by the fence. That would be amazing. I don't know, maybe 5 days ago I joined your life. Okay. What made you click to enter? You felt something or you heard something? Yeah, or you have heard or saw something. Just felt something. Okay. Makes sense. You're handsome. I know. Thanks. You're hot. Damn. Thank you. Appreciate it, Tina. Thank you very much. Do you have a girl? A few kilograms of girls in the freezer. What's your type and moments? I don't talk about that either. I don't find that subject interesting enough for me, to be honest. Don't you share that information to preserve your private life? If so, it's okay. I think the conversation is just not going into right direction. I don't like the direction discussing only about types. I think people are so desperate for just having somebody that they are not focusing on they are focusing on what they want to receive instead of what are they offering. And I don't think being so desperate about being with someone and feeling not okay when you are without someone is a good thing. So what I choose to do is I choose to not talk about these topics. So at least from collaborating with me, people are not digging down into this rabbit hole, because I don't think it's okay to feel bad when you don't have girlfriend or boyfriend. I think that's perfectly fine. It's better to be alone than with someone with the first best. Love don't exist. People are selfish and only love themselves. Aren't you being hypocrite right now? You said that love doesn't exist, and then you say that people only love themselves. For me, it loses sense. So people do have love. And yes, we only love themselves. We only love ourselves. That's it. That's necessary to love ourselves. Exactly. That kind of love only exists. Yes, but because we love ourselves, we expand this love to someone else. So for example, I love you because you make me feel better. And because I feel better, I try to keep you in my life because my life is better with you existing in it. So I'm being egoistical, trying to please you. That's selfishness. And that is fine. I'm totally transparent and open about this. Why is it bad that you make me feel bad, make me feel good, and I want you to stay in my life for as long as possible because I enjoy with you out of selfish reasons? Can we see your hair? You can see my hair. I care only about myself, and myself I feel better when you are around. And I want you to stay with me. And I'm not forcing you to do so, because it is even better when you voluntarily stay in my life. So what I do is I try to act in a way that you also love me back and you want to be with me as well. The world is transactional and it is fine. I have the offer. I will try to behave as much as I can the way that you like, and your part of the offer is to do the same to me. That's the agreement we have. I make you feel better, you make me feel better. Can I make myself feel better as well? Yes, but it feels a lot better when someone else does that for me, when someone else is the reason I feel better. Because it is nice when somebody is doing that unprompted. Duh! Why should you do that? Because it's pleasant. It's nice to feel that. That's what called balanced relationship, as it should be. Mutualism. Exactly, mutualism. Okay. Didn't know it calls that way. It's just my common sense. It's just what I came up with and have learned to. But if that has a name, okay. So my approach to love is I love everyone, no matter what. I don't expect them to do anything. I don't expect them to act in a certain way. I don't expect them to do something for me. I love them just for the sake of existence. But that doesn't mean that this will translate into some actions. That doesn't mean I will allow them to take advantage of me, use me, abuse me, and etc. The fact that I love just means that I love and I wish them all the best. And I do not expect them to do anything. Although, if they do things I like back, it is nicer, it feels nice. Although they don't have to, I will still love them. I hear and like your ethics relies on trust, of course, but also the quality of commitments. That's also why I don't agree with the give and take system in relationships. Well, because I love you, I will do everything out of this feeling, right? Will it be nicer if you would appreciate what I have done for you? Of course. But would I love you more if you don't? I don't think so. I would still love you, but I will stop expressing it. I would start investing in that, like physically. Emotionally, I would still love you with all my heart, but I would stop acting and investing, and I would just decide not to change people, but change people, if you know what I mean. Completely agree with you. Thanks. You don't have to do something to love somebody. You can just feel love, and that's it. You don't have to act. But if you act, their response to your actions should not affect your feeling. How do you identify if it that you love someone? I love everybody. That's it. That's the baseline. That's my default settings. I love everyone. That's it. And without even being asked, people who love you will do the same thing. Well, it's nice if they do, but I don't usually consider prognosis on people's actions into my plans. Love is rare and cherished. No, just for the fact that love is on a higher plane. It is wholesome. Love is everything. Hi, biceps check. Hi, no. I would like to know how love is for men. Do they giggle like us? No, I would say it's more like when you giggle, guys will do this. So like genuinely enjoying the moment, and does man roll around his bed and something? No. But some men will be able to cry when they get treated nice for the first time. They would get emotional because the high expectations that usually get put on the man as a gender do feel like a lot of pressure. And we tend to grow up, a lot of people tend to grow up thinking that they will never be enough. Then when somebody will comment on them that they are enough and they perfect the way they are and they don't have to do all this shit, then it does feel overwhelmed because your whole worldview collapses. Have you ever felt that way? Of course I did. I have some backfires right now because of that, or flashbacks, because I'm not fully getting rid of it. I do get influenced by other things as well. I do feel worse when I consume content. I do feel worse. But when I produce content, I do feel better. Not many people understand that men also have emotion, also a human, haha. I think everybody understands that, but just we think that it is fine to... It makes sense, because if we, couple millions years ago, if there is a wolf entering our cave and you are here with few babies, I am not supposed to sit here and cry, oh no, a wolf again, oh my god, how many times they gonna come here, and now I also need to get the weapon, kill this thing, put myself in danger, etc. No, we're supposed to stand up and act. Fucking kill this thing, right? This is what is supposed to be done. We can do it crying, exactly, but do it. Do it. That's the point. We can never judge the winners. Men also need emotional support. Everybody does. Exactly, that's the whole point. Exactly. Talking and feeling will not improve your situation. Only actions will, because actions have gotten you in the situation when you feel sad and cry. Right, but it can't be denied that men also need a place to show their vulnerable side. To be honest, I'm not sure if we need to show our vulnerable side, because whenever we are doing the manly stuff, so fighting the wolf, this will be the therapy for us. Going into aggression and expressing all of our, like, have an emotional explosion is something that works as therapy for us men. So we don't need then afterwards to express our vulnerability. If you will go there and fight with this freaking wolf covered in your blood, sweat, dirt, shit, stabbed him a few times with a freaking stone, smashed his head against the wall, you will feel fulfilled as a man. And metaphorically, this is what we do in life. This is why we aim to change the world, because I believe that man's job is to change the world. It doesn't matter how you do this. Consumerism is not part of male nature. I don't think it is healthy for a man. I think it's more woman's side. It's woman's side to buy better bag, yachts, cars, and etc. This is a woman thing. Guys are supposed to change the world. Transform, destroy, and it doesn't matter what you do. You can be a fighter, you can be a painter that looks like female, basically, but he is changing the world with his paintings. This is the metaphor of actually killing the wolf. He goes into battle, but he looks like he's just sipping on a coffee, but he's battling inside of his head, thinking on how can I draw the picture better, how can I make the live stream better, how else can I help as much people as I can. How many people more I can inspire? What problems can I solve? All the cars, yachts, and watches and etc. I don't believe they belong to men or men belong to them. I don't think that consumerism is a male trait. Well, you gotta find a way to defend masculinity. Masculinity doesn't need to defend itself. Do you think that at a certain point you get overwhelmed by the weight of the responsibility? If you will jump without preparation, then yes. For example, you first came to the gym and you're trying to lift 100 kilograms. This won't be possible unless you're super big as a man or a female. You can lift it. But there is certain point where you won't be able to even move the weight. So what you do, you pick lower weight, lighter weight, you work with it, and you work with it long enough time so that you can progressively overload, and sooner or later you will get to the thing that you didn't even think is possible of moving. So it's all about gradually increasing the weight, not jumping onto something. But yes, to answer the question fully, I do believe there is certain weight that you cannot even move, which also applies to the weight of responsibility, to the weight of anything, psychologically, right? We're always here speaking in metaphors. So like metaphorically speaking, there is such a weight that you will not be able to lift. What it means is that you are not prepared right now to do this. What you can do, back off a little bit, grind your way through, work with less, do it with 100% effort and dedication, and sooner or later you will be ready. Although I would not focus on something in the future. What I would focus is on establishing the process that way that you cannot decrease your performance. That your whole life is getting you to linear progress, or at least functional progress. So you will, each time you go to the gym, you are going to do the best you can right now. You will fail, but the point is, the next time you will come to the gym, you will fail at a little higher level than you were before. That's it. I admire masculine men that get up and solve situations, take responsibility, protect and provide. Exactly. That is attractive, and this is what makes us. This is a therapy for men. Go and solve the problems. This is the therapy for men. I do, as a man, feel better when I have the stuck sink. I go here and I fix it. I do feel better immediately. And you know why we get into couples as humans? Because having female, in my case, that will be obsessed with me fixing stuff will make me feel even more powerful. Actually, having somebody appreciating you doing your role as a male or female is amazing. And right now, I understood what was going on in my mind, why I thought. So even a month ago, even a few days ago, there would be a problem. Is that I would see the girl with the G-Wagon, and they would ask this girl what she does for a living, and she will say, I have a rich husband. And some part of me would immediately start judging. Who the fuck bought her G-Wagon? She doesn't have anything else than just filled lips with Botox, fake fucking nails, covered all in makeup. I mean, like, what's the point of doing that? What's the point of sponsoring that? The point is, they make their man feel better. That's it. And consumerism, because I would also think, why can't I put the nails, inject something into my lips and wear makeup and also driving a G-Wagon? The point is, I was not in the masculine role, because masculine role will never be about consuming, will never be about cars and stuff. We all do have both female and male nature in our body, but now I know. These girls are driving G-Wagons because they are feminine, they act feminine around their man, and they make him feel better, so he achieves better success. And whenever the man achieves success, he always shares with his loved ones. We can help you with the makeup stuff. That was so funny. I mean, at least that is clear to understand. I'm not saying I'm 100% man, to be honest. I don't think I've discovered my masculinity fully, but I want to believe. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I want to believe I'm on the right track. Because like this whole transition from can I drive the G-Wagon just for the sake of existing, now makes me dig into the question. I wonder what she does and how she makes her man feel like, so that she is driving G-Wagon. And that is the point. I do think girls are supposed to be spoiled when the transaction is fulfilled on their way. I do believe that. How cool is that? I just hold it onto my skin. Nice. And it is actually secure. Flex for us, not now. Maybe that's why dad let mom blast his money. Exactly, that is why. Today in the morning I was flexing in front of the mirror, and I have found out that I do have decent legs. They are not at their best, but they are decent. You see? I'm not even super lean, but you can see the separations in my leg. You know what transition I also have had as a person? In my early days, I would feel cringe asking people if they want coffee or not when I knew I will not share it with them anyway. And like, how am I supposed to share with you coffee when you're literally a few thousand kilometers away from me? And I was like, that's pointless to even offer. And now I'm like super fine with it because it will make people better. Even if I just say, do you want some coffee? I'd make you some coffee. Even when in reality I'm gonna be sitting and drinking on my own, it feels better. So it's all about the experiences. You don't have to drink coffee made by me to feel better after me asking you if you want coffee. Do you understand? Does that make sense? The intention count. Yeah, kinda does. And it makes me feel included. Exactly. Anyways, Leo, you must specialize in criminal law because it should be illegal to look that good. Okay, I'll think about that. May I, down for your house, help to wash your dishes? Okay, sure. Now we have found who will wash the dishes. I'm dying. Why? Matter of fact, everybody's dying. It's funny, are you not hurt? Does it matter? Does it really matter? Hurt, not hurt? I don't care. Why would you? Don't you think I would fix something that bothers me? And the payment will be not in money, not in RM or whatever currency they're in Malaysia. It will be loving hugs and kisses. That's wild. Joke's getting out of hand. And you know what is the coolest thing of having the good old community? That you remember, you create experiences together, you share stories. For example, who is there that remembers about the wasp thing? Is there anyone that remembers me fighting with the wasp? I'll take the man, not dishes. I thought you said that the payment would be in rice. That is wild. No. I wonder if everyone's streaming experience on TikTok is the same, or am I special? I believe it's more or less should be the same, but like quantity and quality of moments, like the connection with your audience, should be a little different. I don't believe anyone in the world has Nina, just like I am. Legend, I need few more wasps. Exactly. I miss girlies now. Yeah, exactly. The girlies. Personally, I never stopped to watch, interact, and participate to others live stream. Only you here. Okay, interesting. I'm interested how would be what would make the difference, but I guess it's just about the personality. So that's why I don't believe the niche can be overwhelmed. You will never be able to overwhelm the niche because you as a content creator is the niche. There will be people that will watch you do whatever because of you. And initially, we stay and watch the content even if we're just interested in the pure content because of person that is doing it. Personality always beats the, the content. Personality over the content. Other creators only answer those who send gifts, have a personality of a doer. That's why I have never focused on the gifts. Like, I do try to appreciate them more because I cannot control people sending them or not, but I can emphasize that I really appreciate them selling the gifts. But for you, watching and counting, you will get the better treatment only because you have money? No. I will be respectful to everyone. There might be the thing where I will prioritize people who support me monetarily because it also requires effort because you are literally giving me your resources. But that doesn't mean I owe you anything. I can make a promise that if I would, for example, have 100 questions and I only have 15 or half an hour time to do the live, I would prioritize the ones that paid me money. And I'm totally open about that. This is what money can get you. Priority, but not better treatment. Priority. Well, sometimes even better treatment. Because, for example, if you would say hospital, when you pay more, not only do you able to move forward into the priority, but it also will give you access to better medications, better surgeries, better clinics, better specialists. This is how the world works. Unfortunately, I would love to create society where it doesn't matter who you are, you will get the best out of the best. If you do offer the best out of the best as well. So everybody doing their maximum. But you gotta know how to help other people as well. Why can't we pay a lady that is obsessed with cooking with all her heart and she bakes 5 pieces of bread a day? Why can't we pay her $1 million for the bread. Why can't we just appreciate good things? Because someone is focused on getting money, someone is focused on bakery, someone is focused on raising kids, someone is focused on getting stronger or more physically jacked, which I wouldn't say is a super, seems like it is not a super creative thing, but you're inspiring people. Why is inspiring somebody and changing someone's lives just worth of thank you, when in the reality there are people spending millions of dollars on something they don't feel nothing about? The world is strange. The world is strange. There is literally a guy that will spend $2 million on a yacht party with cocaine and gangbangs, and he will achieve less joy out of life than me doing TikTok live for 2 hours. And he will spend the whole week like this. Simply receiving a meme or a text from somebody you love can feel better than half of the lifespan of one particular person. This is sad. This is sad. Once I asked that question to an entrepreneur, he said, plus, makes more money who has more responsibilities. I got shocked. Ooh, now that hurts. Let's see. Looks like a bite. Lol, what? It looks like the pig from Angry Birds. Can you still hear me good? Is it nice? I've been in Germany though. I was close to Memmingen. There was a city called Ottoboiren. Very cute city. I was on job workshops and they had really amazing cathedral here. That's the Ottoboiren Cathedral. This city has maybe like 5,000 people, but the cathedral here is like, whoa. I took some pictures myself, but it would be faster just if I showed you. Whoa! I even forgot how bad it looks. Look at that. This little place has only about 5,000 people. I do know why it looks better on Google Images, because they are edited. By the way, this is the ceiling of this cathedral. That is the ceiling. Can I go to your city? Sure, why not? I mean, like, I'm not responsible. I'm not the guardian who will tell you. I'm not the face control of Warsaw. So, like, you're free to do whatever. Is that easy to get gifts on TikTok? Sit and look pretty? Kinda, yeah. That's all that is required.